So what are we doing here today?
So we're about to start our rescue. We've latched the trailer to the truck, and now we'll be heading towards Singatoka to pick up this poor horse that needs a lot of help.
My team and I followed the Horse Sanctuary Fiji team to their rescue destination, not knowing just how bad the poor horse's situation actually was.
So now luckily we've loaded her. We can see the wounds a lot worse than what we had expected. So that's not good.
The situation was worse than we imagined. Lady the horse had been suffering a rope burn injury for almost 2 years, to the point that maggots had started infesting her leg. Tonight, we find out if Amber made it back to the sanctuary safely and if she has any chance of recovery.
This horse is the reason for this is rope burner. The rope is tangled around the leg too long. It's tied in the same place for too long. No one's checked it. The rope burns the leg. It gets infected. Then it just starts to expand, and you can see the old scars from the rope burn, and you can also see at the bottom all the big cuts. So this has been left untreated for about 2 years. So we're hoping, fingers crossed, that we can get her to a better state at the sanctuary. But basically, like people, when they see they're tying their horses, which we all do in Fiji, check them every day, every morning, every evening, just to make sure they're not getting rope burn. If they are, you buy the ocean, put them in the salt water, let the salt clean it, the ocean, the seawater. If not, get some bati-bati-koro or mylaminate, put it on the rope burn if you can't get anything else. Our Fijian medicines we use for us also work on the horses. So it's really important you treat it.
This one, put it on burn.
No, that's on the ears.
As part of their community outreach, the Horse Sanctuary team educate horse owners as well as provide free equipment for the safety and protection of their horses. In this case, Morika provides Amber's previous owners a bridle for their other horse.
Don't put in front, put it behind. Go, okay. Okay, and only one wrinkle now. Do na kango. Me puli severe me tight. The left and also the run.
That's kawaii.
Line.
After applying some betadine on Amber's injured leg, the team were ready to make the hour-long journey back to the sanctuary. Their new horse trailer was being put to the test for the first time, uncertain of how it would adapt to the winding roads, speed bumps, and hills to make it back to Navua. My team and I followed suit, keeping a close lookout for Amber. Halfway through, the team pulled over to check on Amber, but the strong girl was holding on tight. We finally arrived at Bakambalea Road, Navua, and made our way to the sanctuary. Horses have some of the strongest senses in the animal kingdom. A saying by Yellowstone reads, "If a horse can feel a fly land on his back, imagine all it is feeling from you. Every emotion and every thought. If you are thinking it, you bet they are feeling it." And we believe Amber knew that she was being saved and on her way to a better life. The harder part of the rescue had just begun. The team rallied together to get the trailer to the medical station, where Amber's wound would be treated and bandaged up. There was no doubt she was in excruciating pain as the team calmed her down and treated her as best as they could before Amber could see a vet in the next few days.
We need some more on this side. Thank you. I think you just put this wrap right on it. Don't worry about it. Hey lady, hey lady. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's alright. Oh, you're such a strong. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Right at the bottom of you. Do you need the other one? It's fine. Good girl. It's okay. It's okay.
And finally, Amber's wound had been treated and covered up, safe from flies, maggots, and other infections. And the other horses of the sanctuary were also curious to know who the newcomer was to their yasa. The happy girl did not waste any time familiarizing herself at her new home and enjoying some yummy paragrass and raw cassava.
Well, she must be like, whoa, what's this grass? We don't have that kind of grass.
Elise Huffer is a volunteer at the horse sanctuary and has 6 horses of her own. Her own horse, Kara, popped by to deliver an antibiotic to Amber to help her recover until she could see the vet in a few days' time.
That's an antibiotic shot. So there's basically penicillin. Yeah. So there's here they have long acting and short acting. So we give her long acting, so that'll be good until Monday.
Okay.
And then on Monday, the vets from Navua will come down. We'll get them to come down and take a closer look at everything and give another shot, because we'll probably have to do a series, maybe 3-4 shots like that. Hopefully we'll be able to fix it. I mean, she looks in really good condition. Besides, I mean, it's amazing how she is, considering what she's been through and the injury that she has. Yeah. So, and she seems really kind of interested in Perky. I just got here, but she's like looking around and. I also have some horses, and we've been involved with just trying to get better horse care in Fiji generally, and teach people. And the gentleman that you saw earlier who gave the shot, he looks after my horses. I've got 6 horses. So one is here, but the others are with him up in Diwawa. And so basically we're just trying to improve horse care, start working with agriculture. What we'd really like to do is sort of have a horse plan, a plan to look after horses in Fiji, so that there's a system in place for horses to be taken care of, because there's a lot of horses in Fiji, but most of the care currently goes to cattle, cows, so there's a real need to have a policy around horses and horse welfare. Well, she's on the move.
She's very active considering that injury.
Wow, I know. She's like, and considering she's just arrived here, and yeah, she's very, she seems so happy. I'm surprised, huh? She seems very relaxed.
Yeah.
For a horse that just got, trailed for an hour away from her usual spot. And curious. Yeah, she's very curious. Yeah.
My team and I dropped by the sanctuary to see how Amber was doing 1 week later. We were so ecstatic to see her happy, healthy, and recovering at an incredible speed. So how is Amber doing 1 week later?
Oh, she's doing very well. After the injury, we brought her up to Navua, So we start cleaning all this into the leg. So he's doing well. Right now he's doing well.
Did they do any surgery or anything, or just the...
No, just Dettol and other iodine and this vaccination.
And does it look like her health is going to improve and
Yeah.
she will fully recover?
Yeah, she will.
And how has her personality been? What is she like here in the field?
It's good. But still new, eh? Go to the other horses. It's still horse came they want to bite her and things like that.
But before I leave, of course, I have to hand feed Lady some raw cassava. Oh, Amber, sorry. Oops. Here you go, Amber. Here you go, baby. Yeah, that's a good girl. She's a hungry girl. She's always eating. Yeah, bite it. There you go. Oh, they're very strong. Horsepower, eh?
I just think, in Fiji, we're so lucky that we have beautiful horses, and, I think people need to step back and realize how blessed they are to have them. Overseas, having a horse is quite prestigious. It's expensive. It's kind of a dream for many. So I think, we just need to realize we're really blessed here, and horses, even though they're really big, they're really gentle. So I think if we just all give them a bit more kindness, a little bit more understanding, a bit more care, Fiji will produce some of the most beautiful horses in the world.
Now coming up next, our PETSMEs, featuring the extra Ordinaire Fiji with their Fijian-made dog soap and dog and cat shampoo. On our PETSMEs segment tonight, we're meeting up with the Ordinaire Fiji, a locally owned and operated company specializing in plant-based skincare products for humans and our furry friends. Managing Director Shivnil Singh invited us over to get a first look at their soon-to-be-released pet shampoo made from locally sourced natural ingredients and, in fact, so clean, it's even suitable for us humans to use.
This is Ordinaire Fiji. I'm Shivnil, the Managing Director of Ordinaire Fiji, and if you want, can you introduce my business partner, Billy, who's also one of our directors. So today we're going to be talking about our products, a few things that we have developed over time, and one of our latest products that we actually haven't released on the market yet. So it's a good sneak peek that you can see. So one of the things that we'll be showcasing right today, mainly focusing on animals, would be our dog soaps, and then our new pet shampoo, which also can be used for cats. So our whole focus and the whole point of Ordinaire Fiji is basically we develop coconut products based on virgin coconut oil. So all our products are derivative of that. So we started off with dog soaps. It started off just recently last year because we saw that there was a demand for it, and then pet products in Fiji are quite expensive. So we wanted something local which was effective but also affordable at the same time. So we started off with the dog soap.
My mom, she has 2 dogs and she swears by this soap specifically. She said one of her dogs had mange, and she said it cleared it up just by using this soap, and now she's hounding me every single day to find her some more. So I guess I'll be taking some with me back.
This was the mange part was a very accidental discovery.
Right.
Because all our products, when you use the turmeric extracts, we're not using powder.
Right.
It's actual raw turmeric, raw neem that we pound it up and we extract the juices that goes into the product. So it's like when we say raw natural ingredients, we actually mean raw natural ingredients. We're not using the commercially powdered stuff. So the reason for that, it doesn't lose its natural properties. Because when you have so many commercial products that are available currently, what happens is that they have so much processing involved. By the time you reach the final product, you don't have any of that actual product left in it.
Yeah.
It gets all processed out in the chemical processes. So our processes defies that, and we do actually have it there. It's actually present, and that's why it can exert the effect. Finding out about the mange one, we had another couple of other customers, so that was a bit of a surprise for us because we did not intend for that product to actually work on mange, because it's a mite infection and those things. But I know we knew it would help with the skin recovery. So that's actually a surprise for us too. So discovering something new every day about our products too. We learn a lot from our customers actually. Pets who had some cuts and scrapes and all those things, it really worked well for them also. Those who had some sort of fungal infections and all those things, they said it just worked wonders. And flea repellent effects also came about. So we were just, we're learning along all the way with from our customers too. So it was a bit of a surprise. So yeah, just a bit on the dog soap. So this dog soap is basically a mixture of neem, turmeric, charcoal, and a whole lot of dill oil.
Right.
Yeah. Our product, which is currently not on the market yet. So this is our pet shampoo.
Wow. So we are getting to see it first before anyone else.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So this has one of the unique things about this product here in particular is that actually we're developing it for both dogs and cats.
Yeah.
So you can use it in either or.
Wow.
I know cats hate the water, they hate being bathed, but it's something that we want to develop because we just noticed that our local market, we practically don't have anything for cats.
Yes.
And we have a lot of cat lovers in Fiji.
Yeah.
So we also need to accommodate for them. So that's when we started this project. We were like, okay, we need something to focus that can be used on cats also.
Yeah.
It requires a bit more research, so it took about 3-4 months of research and development to came up with this final product.
So you're making this is locally
Yes.
sourced and made,
Yes,
basically.
yes.
What makes this product stand out from all the other ones that we see on the shelves? What about the chemicals, or what's in it?
The best part about this product is purely herbal. Right. So the only chemical you're going to find in there is sodium hydroxide, which is just a binding agent for everything. Otherwise, everything else is all natural ingredients. So for this pet shampoo, main ingredients we have is neem, turmeric, we've got dill oil, lots of dill oil, and a hint of lemongrass in it also,
Yeah.
and the main derivative, which is virgin coconut oil.
Wow.
So the neem, turmeric, the main reason we put that in is because it's very good for skin.
Yeah.
So like, if you notice, if you use the chemical-based products right now that are currently on the market, I don't know if anyone's noticed it, but after using it, your skin dries out.
Yes.
If that happens to us, imagine what happens to a fur baby. So we're like thinking, okay, this is not good. You need to get something better. And so after months of research and just running around trying to figure things out, we came up with this. Being derived from virgin coconut oil, which is our main ingredient, which is our base. First thing it will do, it provides hydration. It provides hydration for your skin. The neem and turmeric in that in particular has a lot of medicinal properties. So turmeric in particular, like if you look at it, it has antibacterial effects, antifungal effects, antiseptic. You can get, it's good for skin development. It brings that sheen, that shine under the pet's fur. Neem, this is basically for everything. So even to a certain extent, it also helps with flea prevention.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
Yeah.
So that's why we added the lemongrass too in it. So it acts like a natural repellent. We're not saying it kills it, but it repels it. So because in this humid weather, fleas are just abundant.
Yeah.
So something as such. So the product is mainly focused on the pet's skin and the fur.
Okay.
So with our current climate, it's very harsh on our pets, right? Especially on the fur. They tend to shed a lot. It tends to break off easily. You notice that it looks very dry. So you need something. It's more like a very sophisticated moisturizer for pets and their fur, if you look at it.
Yeah.
So after a shower, you're gonna give them good. It lathers up pretty quickly. They love it. It cools them down also at the same time. It moisturizes the skin so the fur doesn't break off. They're not constantly itching themselves because once the fur starts to dry up, it gets very itchy for them too. So they're not doing that. So we just developed that just for this. So the same concept applies to our dog soap.
Where can people find your products?
Okay, so right now it's available at Garden City Pharmacy, or you can order directly from us.
Through your social media pages?
This is our social media pages, yeah.
Okay.
The website's currently under development at the moment.
Alright.
At the moment, we're just focusing on redesigning the branding for this one here. So this is coming proper packs. At the moment, this is wrapped in the brown paper.
Yeah.
And this is not on the market yet, our pet shampoo.
Yeah.
But it will be on the market by within 2 weeks' time.
All right.
Yeah. It's just face a bit of difficulties in accessing packaging and all those things, so it hinders the process.
Okay.
So we'll get it in very soon. So just for the shampoo, the reason we developed the shampoo also was that the soap, I know it's made from vegetable, it melts away a bit fast.
Yeah.
So it's possible. So we came up with the shampoo so that people can save money.
Okay.
So right now we'd probably be spending on average about $23 to $25 for 200 ml shampoo.
Oh.
Yeah. I was doing a bit of research because owning dogs and pets it's not cheap.
Yeah.
If you need proper care.
Oh, it's looking after a child.
Yes. They are our babies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are giving double the volume. So this is like 450 ml.
Yeah.
But for the same price.
Okay.
So
Okay.
So the idea too is also value for money. So
Yeah.
like an average dog soap, if you're gonna buy it on the market, if you're able to find one,
Yeah.
will be around $13. This sells for $5.95. And you know, one more thing is that people might ask why our products are a bit runny. So this, if you open it and you just
Yeah.
have a feel of it, if you want,
Yeah.
you can see it's a bit
Runny.
runny.
Yeah.
Now, people would think that would define it as a tap.
Yeah.
They would think it's a bit weird. Why is it so runny?
Yeah.
But the reason it's so runny is because we're not adding any bulking agents to it.
Oh.
Like when we say a bulking agent, is like if you notice most hand washes and other products, they're a bit thick.
Yeah.
So what that does, if you had a bulking agent like if it's xanthan gum or silica or something
Yeah.
as such, it bulks up the product, yes, and makes it thicker. So it's like it's a thicker consistency. But what it does is also dilutes your ingredients.
Oh.
We don't do that. So what you're getting is this pure ingredients.
And it lathers.
It lathers so well.
Up so well.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And if you notice, if you use anything else, you need
Yeah.
to use a very good portion
Yeah.
before you actually get that lathering effect on your pets
Yeah.
or on yourself.
Oh, nice. That smells like Dilo. Like,
Dilo, a bit of honeysuckle.
yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Oh, it smells good. Okay, great. Now mom's gonna want this too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our pets deserve a bit more extra. You know, we added
Yes.
a couple of more extra expensive ingredients to,
Yeah.
especially the neem oil. But then, you know, if you love your pets, you don't mind spending on
Yes,
them.
exactly.
I mean, I spend a lot on my two pets. One is getting a bit too chubby.
They deserve all the spoiling. All the
Yes.
spoils.
Yes. It's great to see in Fiji that the attitude towards pets is changing.
Yeah. I agree.
We see a lot more animal movements coming up, and
Yeah.
people are taking care of their pets now compared to the previous years.
Yes.
And it's lovely to see that.
Yeah.
And you know, it's about time the local manufacturers and companies start coming up with something to accommodate for that also. And we'll definitely be developing more products eventually. Some things for cats and dogs, and see what we can come up with also.
All right.
So just bear with us. There'll be more things coming up soon. We'll try to make it more accessible for people too. If you want to order, you can order directly from our page. We can have it delivered to you by SDP or EMS, whichever the customer prefers. And we'll try to get it into the supermarkets as soon as possible. Yeah. And this will, we have not really actually fixed the pricing yet,
Alrighty.
but it will be less than $25.
And it's double the volume.
It's double the volume,
Yeah.
so it does help. So we're trying to get into supermarkets and everything, but obviously that's proving to be difficult since we're
Yeah.
a startup, and you know, we're trying to get in and people don't know us.
Yeah.
So this definitely helps. So thank you for actually, you know.
Thank you for having us. So we're excited to know that there is a company in Fiji that cares so much about our own animals that they've come up with something to help them. So yeah, thank you.
Viewers can also use this also if they want to. We actually have a customer whose husband prefers using the dog soap apart from the other products. So the wife sort of got a bit angry to be like, no, that's for the dogs. It's like, but it's so good. So you can use it also on humans too. It's not just meant specifically for dogs or anything as such. Even this dog soap, we label it as dog soap, but cats can also use it, or any animal that you have, because our products are neutral in the sense that you can use it on any particular animal. As long as they have fur, they have some sort of skin problem or not a skin problem, you just want to use it to keep the skin and fur healthy, use it. It's gonna work.
Now, before we wrap up the evening, we're checking into our Pet Diaries and meeting up with Taitusi John and his sweet girl Lassie, who in fact adopted Tai. That's up next.
Today on our Pet Diaries, we're paying a visit to my co-worker Taitusi John and his sweet rescue girl Lassie. Hi, Lassie. Hi. You hello, my sweetie. Whilst Taitusi is a familiar face on our tellies, we thought it was time for him to share the spotlight and let Lassie make her TV debut.
I think it was July last year. Yeah, July last year, just the beginning of July. She came. I came back from work one day. Usually finish at midday. So when I got here home after lunch, walked down the driveway and I saw her sitting by the door. Still a small pup. She would have been, I think, about 6 weeks old. She didn't look really healthy at that time. I could tell that she was probably a homeless dog that wandered off and got lost, but managed to find the house and just sat at the porch by the front door. So I saw her. I didn't think much of her. I said, oh, you know, I just said hello to her. I said, what are you doing here? So I started talking to her and asking her what she was doing here. So I just came into the house and she just stayed outside. And then later on, I came out again, gave her some water. And by the time it was evening, she was still here on that day. So decided to give her some dinner, thinking that overnight she would leave and just go. So next morning, I'm getting ready to go to work. As soon as I opened the door, because the transport had arrived, had come. As soon as I opened the door, she's still sitting out on the outside the porch, lying on the doormat, feeling very comfortable. And just the way that she made herself comfortable, it felt like she knew that this was her home. So I thought, okay, you know, I'll just go to work. The same day I came back from work again, she was still sitting at the porch. So this is going into the second day. So by then I knew, okay, it looks like she's not gonna go anywhere. And so I started feeding her regularly. But because she was covered in mange, she was a bit scrawny. What else did you have? Yeah, and I'm sure she was filled with worms and all that. And then I just started taking a liking to her. So I decided, okay, give her her first shower. So I think the second or third day that she was here, I gave her a bath despite how she looked. I just wanted to be a bit more clean because she was smelling, because, you know, it hadn't, it could have been her first bath that I gave her. Sit, good girl. Okay, shake my hand. Shake my hand. Good girl. Okay, shake with the other hand. This side, no, I want the other hand. The other paw. You shake hand the other paw. This one, I want this one. Yeah, so just continuous bath, and then I said, okay, I'm gonna take her down to SPCA, get her checked. So she got a vaccination, got dewormed, and then they gave her the treatment. They gave her a tablet to treat her mange. So I think, given that period of time that she took her tablet for that, I think she started showing signs of improvement within the second week, like a week after she got the treatment. And then her fur just naturally started growing back. And all those patches and itch that it started to disappear. Yeah, and then since then she's stayed on. So now she's indoors, keep her in the house. When she was at home for about a month, I kind of like realized that there were other puppies around her age that were in the same area. So, you know, every time I let her out of the house, she would wander off, and I think this is where she discovered that she had, you know, there were other pups her age group. And of course, you know, the bigger dogs are the ones that tend to, like, they want to be left alone whenever there's, you know, little pups. I mean, we've seen behavior between much older dogs and little puppies, but then it just so happened that there were other pups that were her age that were around there, and so I would allow her to go out now and then just to sort of like have a little play date, but they would also come down to our place. And so there was this one particular one called Ryder, also a female pup, and the other one was a male pup whose name is Toff, black color. So these two pups never missed, like, you know, from the day they developed this friendship, because then, you know, they were all the same age, and I mean, you don't know how dogs are. At that age, they are very playful. So I would allow the other two pups to come down, mainly because I kept her in the house. I would rather that the other two pups came down. Yeah. So they would come in the house and have their little play sessions, and it continued like that until for about 3-4 months, until I think Ryder got taken back to the farm.
So, Tai, what are some of her personality traits?
She's very friendly. I guess because she's still a pup. I mean, once she gets to know you, that's it.
Friends.
She's she's a friend for life, meeting new people.
Does she like the beach?
Sorry? Yes, she loves the beach. Christmas Day, we took her down to the beach. She loved the water. At first, I thought she'd be frightened of the water.
Yeah.
But the beach, she loved the beach. And I find it strange because she doesn't like baths. So when I'm trying to get her into the bathroom, she doesn't want to. But the beach, she enjoyed it. Christmas Day, December 25th, 2021. This is Lassie's first day and first time out at the beach. For steak, he lives in the camp, so he's probably used to it. I think this is probably a few times that he's come to the beach. Okay, let's go. Yeah, and she feels that this is home. I mean, she knows that this is home for her now, so she hasn't gone anywhere since then. Well, from the very first day she came here, she didn't go anywhere.
Say bye, Lassie.
Say bye, then. Okay, yeah, shake my hand. Shake my hand. Okay, say bye.
Alright, that's a way of saying bye. Bye, Lassie.
Coming up next week, a visit to the SPCA to understand more about how they operate as an animal welfare organization and about the importance of licensing your dogs. All that and more coming up next week.